In our previous videos, we have covered the Iranian aircraft and naval assets destroyed by the United States and Israel during the conflict. In this video, we'll shift the focus and list out the US and Israeli aircraft losses in this war. We'll break down how these incidents unfolded throughout the conflict. The General Atomics MQ-9 Reaper. The General Atomics MQ-9 Reaper suffered the highest losses, with around 12 drones lost, including 9 shot down by Iranian air defenses and others destroyed or crashed. These losses occurred across Khorramabad, Isfahan, Hormuzgan, Bushehr, Kerman, Bandar Abbas, and near Shiraz during active missions. Iranian forces used layered surface-to-air missile systems operated by the IRGC Aerospace Force to intercept them mid-flight. Several shootdowns were confirmed through infrared footage and recovered wreckage showing clear successful engagements. The drones were primarily conducting surveillance and strike support missions deep inside Iranian airspace. These repeated losses highlighted the vulnerability of high-altitude UAVs in heavily defended environments. The McDonnell Douglas F-15E Strike Eagle. This saw 3 aircraft lost on 2nd March 2026 during operations over Kuwait in a major early war incident. These jets were mistakenly shot down by Kuwaiti air defenses in a friendly fire event rather than by Iranian forces. All crew members ejected safely and were recovered, preventing fatalities despite the destruction of the aircraft. The incident created early confusion and was initially misattributed to Iranian air defenses. Despite not being caused by Iran, it remains a significant part of total U.S. aircraft losses. The Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker. This aircraft experienced multiple losses and damage during the conflict in both operational and combat situations. On 12 March 2026, 1 aircraft was destroyed in a mid-air collision over Iraq, resulting in the loss of all crew on board. Additional KC-135s were damaged during Iranian missile strikes on Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. Later attacks also resulted in at least 1 tanker being destroyed on the ground during continued Iranian strikes. These aircraft were critical for aerial refueling and sustained air operations across the region. Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II. The stealth fighter was not destroyed but suffered notable combat damage during operations over Iran. On 19 March 2026, 1 aircraft was hit by Iranian ground fire while conducting a combat mission. The pilot managed to perform an emergency landing at a U.S. base in the region despite sustaining damage. Iran claimed the engagement was a major success for its air defense. Analysts suggest the damage may have been caused by a surface-to-air missile or modified air-to-air weapon. This marked the first known combat damage incident involving an F-35 in the conflict. The Boeing E-3 Sentry. The Boeing E-3 Sentry was among the highest value assets affected during Iranian strikes on regional bases. During attacks on Prince Sultan Air Base on 27 March 2026, at least 1 E-3 was destroyed on the ground. These aircraft serve as airborne early warning and command platforms critical for coordinating air operations. The strike demonstrated Iran's capability to hit strategic assets at long range using missiles and drones. Loss of such a platform significantly impacts situational awareness and battle management. The Elbit Hermes 900. The aircraft was the most frequently lost Israeli aircraft, with multiple units shot down across Kamanch, Khorramabad, Isfahan, Fars, and Loristan. These shootdowns occurred between 28 February and 10 March 2026 during intensive operations over Iran. Iranian air defenses used surface-to-air missiles to intercept these UAVs mid-flight. Several incidents were captured on video, confirming successful engagements and destruction. Some wreckage was recovered relatively intact, allowing further analysis. The repeated losses show how heavily targeted Israeli ISR drones were during the conflict. IAI Heron 1. The IAI Heron suffered multiple confirmed losses across Khorramabad, Khuzestan, Loristan, and Markazi province. These drones were shot down while conducting surveillance missions deep inside Iranian territory. 1 confirmed interception involved the use of Qaim 114 surface-to-air missile system. Multiple engagements were reported by infrared tracking footage and wreckage evidence. The repeated interceptions demonstrated Iran's ability to counter medium-altitude endurance UAVs. These losses reduced Israel's persistent surveillance capability in contested areas. The IAI Heron Heron TP. This drone was shot down in Andimeshk and twice over Isfahan during early March operations. These high-altitude drones were engaged by Iranian air defense systems under IRGC control. The shootdowns occurred on 3rd March and 6th March 2026, indicating concentrated defensive action. The Eitan's altitude and endurance suggest the use of more capable long-range SAM missiles. Visual confirmation and wreckage recovery validated these interceptions. This showed Iran's capability to target even advanced strategic UAV platforms. The Elbit Hermes 450 Zik. The Elbit Hermes 450 was lost on 22 March 2026 during operations over southern Lebanon. This was shot down by Hezbollah's fighters using Manpat system during a low-altitude mission, although not directly engaged by Iranian forces. Hezbollah operates as an Iranian-aligned group. The drone was likely conducting reconnaissance when it was targeted and destroyed. The incident reflects the broader role of Iranian proxy forces in the conflict. It is therefore included within the wider scope of Israeli aircraft losses linked to Iran. The Sikorsky UH-60 Black Hawk. This was damaged during the conflict while operating in Iraq. On 23 March 2026, the helicopter was hit at Camp Victory near Baghdad International Airport during a drone strike. The attack was carried out by the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, an Iraq-backed militia group. The strike impacted the tail boom of the helicopter, causing significant structural damage, but not destroying the aircraft. This incident highlighted the growing threat posed by Iranian proxy forces using drones against U.S. assets in the region, considered part of the broader Iran-linked aircraft losses in the war. The 2026 Iran war showed that most U.S. and Israeli aircraft losses were drones and support platforms like the General Atomics MQ-9 Reaper and Elbit Hermes 900 rather than frontline fighter jets. Iran's layered air defenses and long-range strikes proved effective not only against UAVs but also against high-value assets such as Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker. The conflict also highlighted the role of proxy forces and indirect attacks, which contributed to overall aircraft damage and losses. Additionally, at least 3 American civilian and unidentified aircraft were damaged, showing the broader impact of the war beyond strictly military targets. This is all for today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.